Is it dead, mademoiselle? Monsieur and Madame Manef, we have the rooms above.
Oh, he seems to have survived. It was the stove.
Charcoal fumes. The imbecile! Should try the river if he wants that sort of thing.
Friend of yours, mademoiselle?
No, madame.
I am Count Wenceslas Steinbock, born at Pralia in Livonia. The reason for my suicide can be found in the words of Kosciuszko. Finis Poloniae. As an exile and a Steinbock, I refuse to beg. My health makes military service quite impossible for me, and yesterday saw the end of the 100 thalers that I brought with me to Paris. I leave 25 francs in the table drawer to pay the rent I owe the landlord. Let no one be blamed for my death. I did not make myself known as a refugee. I did not ask for aid. No one in all Paris was aware of my existence. I die a Christian, and may God forgive me. Wenceslas. Madame?
Mademoiselle Fisher. I have the apartment next door. Yes, you may well hide your face, monsieur. Life is difficult enough, God knows, in such a quarter. We're working folk and can't afford the luxury of neighbours who disturb our night because they feel the world is far too much for them. Why, you should imagine the only chances you might have in Paris are to join the army or beg your living as a refugee.
You have written my letter.
Yeah, but of course. Paris is a city full of opportunity. For those who care to make an effort. Now look at me. I'm poor myself. A countrywoman from Lorraine. Yet I manage very well to earn a living and pay my own way. Somebody like you, young man with a good education, must be something you can do. What are these drawings?
I had hoped when first I came to Paris I might study as a sculptor.
Yeah, so?
Well, it was foolish of me. Even if one has the talent, it takes years for a sculptor to be recognized. In the meantime, there are lessons to be paid for. One must live.
Oh, surely there are opportunities for an apprentice.
Not without a premium.
Yeah, well, I know nothing of the trade, of course, but I should say with work like this, you could find an opening as an ornament designer.
Oh.
Oh, don't look down your nose now. It'll be a start. And once you learn to keep your wits about you. Listen to me. I've some savings I might be willing to invest. If you would promise to work really hard and let yourself be guided by me, I might lend you what you need to live on month by month. Oh, not to get about the town, you understand. Enough to live quite frugally, that's all. It's possible to dine in Paris on 25 sous a day, and I'll make you lunch with mine every morning. I'll also furnish this place for you and arrange for whatever apprenticeship you need. In return, you will give me a formal receipt for the money I spend, and when you're rich, you can pay it back to me with a reasonable amount of interest. Well?
Why should you think you can trust me?
Oh, monsieur. A rogue may commit suicide, but he doesn't put 25 francs in a table drawer to pay his room rent.
Well, even if that's true, it's hardly any reason for your making such an offer.
Well, let me put it this way. I, too, am a poor relation. Oh, you may find it hard to see yourself in such a light, but I assure you that an aristocrat with cap in hand in Paris has a lot in common with a lonely spinster waiting on the smiles and favors of her influential relatives. If it's possible, I'd like to help you do what I've done. Make myself quite independent. But of course it rests with you, monsieur. I'll go down and do my marketing. Perhaps you'll give the matter your consideration. Light your lamp. Oh, is this the piece Monsieur Laveau has asked for?
Yes.
Very pretty.
A confection.
Why not? It's intended for a boudoir, not an art gallery.
Good evening, mademoiselle.
Monsieur. Madame.
I'm sure those two are quite convinced we live
Oh,
together.
my dear, the porter's wife has said as much for the last 3 years. Yeah, this dress was perfect when my cousin wore it. I've a feeling she passed it on to show the relatives how truly gauche I am. The country cousin.
I wonder that you bother with them. Go to dine at all.
Oh, now, don't misunderstand me. I am still Cousin Bette. And at a family dinner, I am treated with respect. No, even though I may not choose to talk about it. I've my own importance, I assure you. In the salon, after dinner, General Hulot has me sit beside him for a full half hour. And he's a man who is very much head of the family. Napoleon's staunch Republican, a veteran of some 30 campaigns, and wounded for the 27th time at Waterloo. I sit enthroned between this stalwart and my uncle, Johann Fischer, not without some army honours of his own, a man of consequence in the supply of forage to the Ministry of War. For a handsome young cavalry lieutenant any day. It's true that when I make my round, I may not have my cousin Adeline's undivided attention, but this will only be because she has her eyes fixed on her husband. And the Baron evens up the score in any case by having his mind set on other things himself. Monsieur Crabel I make no account of one way or the other. He bought his way into the family with the marriage of his daughter to the Hulot pride and joy. And if I seem to mock the happy pair with this description, it's not because they've been anything but affable to me. I merely happen to prefer the company of the young man's sister. Here you see I reach my peak. I'm not only respected, I'm admired as well. Hortense and I are like confidant and heroine of some old romance. Which is confidant and which is heroine is rather difficult to tell.
Oh, well, of course, the completion of the Louvre was one of the conditions on which we actually gave him the crown.
Well, I agree. It's in the heart of the city. It's in a deplorable condition.
What one should expect, I suppose. Louis-Philippe, to me, is the perfect representative of the class on which he has founded his throne.
Well, they do
You'd have stayed with the uncles for a moment longer, I'd have asked to spite them.
What?
Tease me now, the latest on your protégé.
My little Steinbock? Oh, but you said last week you no longer believed in him.
I said Mamma did not. She thinks that you're telling me a lot of fairy tales.
Well, she would know about such things, I'm sure.
I must go now. I have some business on hand. I shall not disturb the others.
Has he agreed to go on making ornaments?
Reluctantly. He feels that now he's a sculptor's first assistant. He should be allowed to think of nothing else but art.
It's understandable.
It may be, but it's not a living.
Madame, will you forgive me if I take my leave?
So soon?
A touch of indigestion. No, don't disturb yourself.
I do wish you'd bring him here and introduce him.
Oh, yes, I've no doubt.
Well, how else can I satisfy myself if he exists or not?
My dear, I've told you 100 times. When an old maid finds herself a handsome young man, she keeps him safely tucked away. Well, I don't possess a cat, you know, or even a canary. I must have something I can call my own and make a fuss of.
He's a lapdog, then, a Polish lapdog. Mamma, Bette's just confessed. She keeps her protégé as a household pet.
Hortense, you go too far. And I really must insist that you pay some attention to your uncles.
Yes, Mamma.
Oh, really, she's irrepressible. I know it's only a game you play, but still.
No, tell me.
Monsieur Crevel left early.
Yes.
I'm so afraid he means to follow Hector and to be unpleasant. Victorin's marriage settlement, it was due last month.
Oh, I shouldn't worry. Only an honest tradesman would expect such promptness, and Monsieur Crevel is aping the gentleman. If he has followed Hector, it'll probably be to observe his imperial manner.
Beautiful. Beautiful. My dear old boy, you've such exquisite taste.
If you say so.
Oh, I do. I do. And next week, I shall have the bracelet, shan't I? And a ring. And a circlet for my hair.
Well, not next week, perhaps, but certainly as soon as I can decently afford them.
Oh, surely now. You'll not make me wait as long as that. You know our bargain, old boy. Everything I need to make me happy. Not a word of decency, or what you can afford.
Touche-moi, mes selvagens conozao. Oh, Valerie. Então, vedo de miedo. Mas é verdade. Oh, a nega pardon, senhor. Hey, Valerie! Eu gostaria...
I was mad to bring you here, but it was that or cry in public. I couldn't bear to be a common spectacle.
What does it matter?
I've my good name to consider. Perhaps in South America a wife may entertain a lover at this hour and her husband never hears of it.
A husband as sure is deaf in any country. Come! He's not a fool. He must know that his household budget has been much easier these past few months and that you couldn't buy the dress you're wearing on his salary as a clerk.
Isn't it
Is a senior clerk in the Ministry of Wars. I made inquiries.
Oh, very well, what you say is true.
Eh?
And he doesn't care what happens to me so long as it suits his pocket. It just makes the matter so much worse that you can go away and leave me with a man like that, swearing that you love me.
I have sworn nothing. Nothing to this very moment. But I will now. Hear me. It is essential I go back to South America. I came to Europe on a grand tour, and now I must go home to see to my affairs. But as soon as I reach Brazil, I will offer my estate for sale, and when I've cleared everything, I will come back to Paris, and then I will take away from this poltroon of a husband, and I, Henry Montes de Montejanos, will offer you my fortune and life for your happiness. This I swear.
And you write to me while you're away, and think of me every day, and be faithful.
Everything you ask. But you, in your turn, must pledge yourself to me.
Oh, I will. I will. I will, I will. Entirely.
splendid marriage settlement, Hortense and Councillor Labarre.
You approve the match, Uncle?
Oh, yes. But I'm only surprised it came about so suddenly.
Well, frankly, it's been a possibility for some time, but we hardly have dared to think of it. The dowry that one must settle on Hortense. 200,000 francs. Of course, a dowry, that can wait, but there are so many preliminary expenses one must come to before one comes to sign a marriage contract. One must entertain a great deal, provide a proper setting.
You know, I think I could raise you 20,000 francs, if it would be any help.
Oh, but my dear fellow, you have already...
Don't let's keep books over a matter like this.
Oh, too much, too
Nonsense, man. Money doesn't signify. If it's for the family.
For the family.
So, if all goes well, we may be offering our warm felicitations very soon. I'm told the family money is in trade, but that the gentleman inclines to politics.
The law. Monsieur Labarre is a councillor.
Oh, in any case, a man of substance who's taken quite a fancy.
You exaggerate. He's attracted by the Hulot name and influence. But he's not a fool. He'll assess my beauty very much upon the value of my dowry.
Oh, my dear.
Come, Mamma, it's natural enough. The man's ambitious. I don't mind. If you and Papa can arrange the match, I'll take the councillor quite willingly. After all, it's hardly likely that I shall ever find myself a handsome young man with a title and a genius for sculpture.
Ah, now, that I must admit. Such a character is very rare indeed.
If he exists at all, in fact.
Oh, Hortense.
No, Bette's rallied me about the councillor. Now it's my turn. Let me put you to the test. Better still, I'll make a wager with you. Give me proof that your young man is what you say, and you shall have this yellow shawl of mine. You know you've always liked it. It's your colour. And the quality. Feel it.
You don't ask that I bring him here to visit? Only
that you prove that there is a young Count Steinbock, that he is a sculptor and a protégé of yours.
Done.
Oh, now, really?
I hold you as my witness, Adeline. The shawl. Here, I've been visiting
Don't come in.
those.
Stand there where you are and close your eyes.
What are you doing?
Shh. Now, Samson and the Lion. I modelled it at the studio. Oh, but don't fix it in your mind at this size. This is only a maquette. Try to see the figures as they would be, 6 times larger, cast in bronze.
6 times this size?
12 feet high.
Hey, that'd be enormous, and in bronze. It'd cost a fortune.
Well, the statue would depend, of course, on my finding somebody who liked the model well enough to offer a commission.
Oh, I see. It's all a daydream. I thought you'd found yourself a patron.
Well, Bet, I may.
Listen, I've got some real news. The match I told you of, between my second cousin and this Councillor Labarre, it looks as though it may come off, which means that Hortense will be very warm indeed. Her mother's purring like a tabby, and Hortense is so smug she's dared to make a wager with me. If I can produce some proof of you, she's promised me her best shawl, and I'm determined I shall have it. Now, what I thought you might do is to make some charming piece that I could take to show them, some ornament with particular decorations that would clearly signify the two of us. Your coat of arms, perhaps, and... What's the matter?
Is it so important to you that you win this shawl?
I've said so, yes. Do you resent my asking such a favour of you? That you link your coat of arms?
It's not the coat of arms.
What then?
I resent you asking me to waste my time on trivialities. The moment after I've shown you a piece of work that could be of some consequence.
This?
Well, you may not approve of it, but I assure you it's of more importance than a silly wager as to whether you may win a shawl or not.
Oh, now, wait a moment. Curb your tongue, my little man. There's more involved than just a shawl. It is my word. And I've admired pieces such as this for over 3 years now.
It's not a matter of admiration.
I've admired them for all that time, and never once before have I asked you to make a single thing for me. You might do well to think of that. And of the IOUs I have locked up in a drawer across the way, they're 2,500 francs in gold, my friend. How many shawls could I have bought with that, do you suppose? Huh? Put me in my proper place. I could have you put in yours tomorrow, a debtor's prison. And by God, don't think I wouldn't if you gave me cause enough. The IOUs are nothing. Here, take them.
No. You're right. It's time I began to pay you back. I'll have the model cast in bronze and try to sell it as it is. You've no call to sacrifice yourself for me. We're not even lovers.
We are far beyond such selfishness. We are comrades in adversity. Brother, sister, mother, son. Everything.
My dearest love, the weeks are agony without some word from you. I know the mail from Brazil cannot be counted on, and that there may be half a dozen reasons for this long delay. But I do beg, my angel, that you'll send me news of you by every ship that sails for France.
Monsieur Crevel has arrived, madame.
Very well, admit him.
I can't bear to stay and face that fellow. It'd be too much for me. I might do him some great injury.
Monsieur Crevel. I apologize, dear Adeline, for my appearance. Your message reached me just as I was setting out for an assembly of the National Guard. I had to choose between my duty to the Second Company and my devotion to you. But as you see, a word in your hand and I come post-haste.
It's very good of you. I may say that we also have received a note this afternoon, sir. A short communication, sir, from Councillor Labarre.
Oh?
I have asked you here in the hope that you can explain it.
I, madame, surely Councillor Labarre.
No, sir, you. My daughter had a chance of happiness, an opportunity to marry, which it would seem from this that you have quite deliberately destroyed.
Oh, now, please, let us be reasonable. I acted as an honest man of business.
Business?
You and your family look upon me as a shopkeeper, madame. You can't object if I behave like one. Councillor Labarre approached me as the son of shrewd and honest trading folk himself to ask me if I thought that your daughter's dowry, the 200,000 francs, was likely to be paid. I was obliged to answer that my experience of the marriage of your son to my dear Celestine made me feel it would not.
How could you be so cruel, so unfair? But you know that my son has excellent prospects, quite apart from any marriage settlement. Why, he's one of the leading lawyers in Paris, he's a deputy, and he may very soon be in the government.
In the meantime, I'm forced to subsidize him at the rate of 20,000 francs a year. But really, these are matters that I ought to be discussing with your husband.
Hector doesn't trust himself to speak to you. This insult from the councillor breaking off the match, it has struck him to the very heart.
With anger.
What else?
Oh, I thought he might be feeling guilty. You must be aware of what has brought your children to this pretty pass. The dissipation of their family fortune on a string of worthless women.
If you are trying to shock me, sir, I may as well tell you I know all about my husband's life.
Not all. I doubt, for instance, if you know, that the extravagant wanton that he's keeping now was once the shy delight of an old widower's heart. Yes, madam, I'm talking to myself. Your husband stole the girl they called Josepha from my very arms, bribing her with a house on the Rue Chouchard. And he has turned what was a young and trusting innocent into a new queen of the demi-reps.
So this, then, is a punishment?
Oh, I'm not that cruel. Indeed, I don't have to be. Josepha has a dozen wealthy men now jockeying for her favors. It's only a matter of time before the Baron loses her. My satisfaction is a more intimate affair, madame. What I am wanting is the love and happiness that your husband has taken from me.
I think you better go.
You know how much I've always admired you. Now, surely Hector's conduct has wronged both of us.
I am not concerned with such talk. All I care for is to see my daughter safely married.
Even somebody as beautiful as Hortense needs a dowry nowadays. Now, if you will allow me, I have a suggestion. You'll be attractive for a few years yet. I've never had a real lady. It's a big ambition of mine. Now, you be kind to me, and I'll see that your daughter's marriage is arranged. 300,000 francs above my capital, the money's yours. Don't worry about Hector. I'm sure that he'll be agreeable.
What my relatives say about you, sir, is quite true. You are a shopkeeper. For the sake of our children's marriage, I shan't mention this to anyone. But in future, you will visit this house only when you are invited.
Oh, very well, madame. Stand by your husband if you wish. Perhaps when you are reduced to beggary for his pleasure, and your daughter is another cousin Bette, you'll think more kindly of me.
Poor Hortense. Such bad luck.
Am I to take it, if the wedding is off, she'll not be wagering her yellow shawl?
Oh, no. No, that's quite another matter. No, I still must have my shawl. What is that you're using?
Acid.
On the figures?
If I coat a bronze with this and bury it for 3 months, I can pass it off as a genuine antique.
Really?
It's a popular trick with sculptors who can't sell their work on its own merit.
Well, I think it's very clever of them. Everybody knows it's easier to sell antiques. I'm glad to see you becoming sensible. Art and moonshine are all very well, my pet. But when it comes to life, one has to face realities.
Whatever your feelings when we parted, I can no longer pretend you love me. This long period of silence and neglect has shown me what your promises are worth. I bitterly regret now that the one and only time I have betrayed my wedding vows was for the sake of such a person as yourself.
It's time he had his marching orders. Add this. I'll waste no more time on you, and send you no more tear-stained pages. This letter is a last farewell. Valerie.
Follow closely now and pay attention. I'm about to win my shawl. Here on this side you will note that the decorations are concerned with chamois. This is what the name Steinbock means in German, chamois or a creature of the rocks, right? And on the other side we have a needle and thread, a sword knot and a half-made pair of epaulettes. So one side represents my clever genius, you see, and the other side represents me. And just to make sure there's no mistake, underneath he's linked our 2 initials, W.S. Wenceslas Steinbock, L.F. Lisbeth Fischer. Adeline, I appeal to you. Have I won the wager or have I not?
Well, it would seem so from the evidence.
My shawl, then, if you would be so kind.
Now, Hortense, come along. I must say I'm surprised. I believed in the young man's existence even less than Hortense.
I know. You thought I'd invented him. Well, everything I told you was the truth.
I only hope he appreciates all you've done for him.
Ah, your poor mother.
Yes. I wonder if I might borrow this from you.
Borrow?
Such fine work. I'd like to study it for a time.
Very well. But I will ask a favor of you in return. My young man has made a sensible move at last. He's faked a small antique statue, and it's for sale at a shop in the Place du Carrousel. Now, if only your father at the Ministry of War could mention this piece to some of his great friends who have an interest in art. Now, I don't ask that he actually recommends it, but if he could mention it to them as a fine antique that he happened to notice in passing, their own greed will do the rest.
Your Michelangelo would seem to have his wits about him.
The shop is Leo's, and the work is a bronze of Samson and the Lion. Oh, it's very handsome, and it's covered with the most respectable-looking verdigris.
Papa does see lots of people in the chamber now that he's King's Commissioner. Of course, I'd have to find the right moment to speak to him. He has a great deal on his mind these days.
Oh, well, naturally. Man of such wide interests.
Come here, you little son. I'll get you. You see if I do. I'll get you. Sit down, you little napper. My
nothing missing, but call the police. Oh, it's you, me lord. I'm sorry I didn't recognise you.
Well, what is the meaning of all this?
You'd better come inside.
Well, where's Josepha?
She's making her farewells.
Huh?
Prepare yourself. A sentimental moment. It's your old tomcat with the dark whiskers. My dear old boy, how fortunate. You're just in time.
In God's name, what is this? What is happening?
Can't you see? I'm leaving you. The Duke de Rouville has gone quite mad. He presented me this afternoon with a splendid house and furniture on the Rue de la Ville-l'Evêque, signed in my name. And a 30,000 franc annuity in a paper bag of sugared almonds.
No.
I couldn't refuse. The sugared almonds were quite irresistible. These girls are from the ballet at the opera. I've invited them to take whatever they want from among my cast-offs here, but I have warned them that they mustn't touch your stays, your nightcap, or your whisker wax. Oh, and naturally, if there is any little souvenir you fancy.
What you're doing is iniquitous.
Oh, but my dear, how naive. Iniquity's my business.
Always the same, madame. Whenever it's time to go out, it's always... Monsieur le Baron, can I be of some assistance, sir?
I'm looking for a relative of mine, Mademoiselle Fisher.
Why, yes, that is Mademoiselle Fisher's apartment there, monsieur. I had no idea that Mademoiselle Fisher was related to your lordship.
You know who I am?
Why, yes, I have the honor to be a clerk in your department at the Ministry of War, my nephew, sir. May I be so bold as to present my wife?
Hector? Water?
Oh, Bette. Bette, may I see you?
Yes. Do come in.
That we should be such fools! A connection with the very head of the department, and we haven't even given her a second glance.
Wonder if the family know about the young man.
What young man?
The one she's living with.
Oh, it's just Porter's gossip. At the same time, if we are to touch on indiscretions, I could wish that you had set your cap at someone like Monsieur le Baron. Oh, yes, I saw him look at you. An affair of that sort might have some sense to it. Better by far than making a fool of yourself or a faithless South American.
It is so unfair. I gave her everything. I even ran your Uncle Fisher into debt. He signed bills on my behalf of 40,000 francs, and now she's gone without it by your leave.
You should be thankful.
Thankful?
That she's left you while you're still in one piece. With a home, a career, and a wife.
Oh, God, don't talk of Adeline.
Oh, my dear, that's nonsense. Do you think Adeline doesn't know about your little friend? And all the others? If you want my advice, you'll go home now and throw yourself upon her mercy. I guarantee she'll give you all her wifely sympathy tonight, and by tomorrow morning she'll be offering you her jewels to pay your debts.
No man ever had a better wife. I don't deserve such kindness.
Dearest.
I'll make it up to you, I swear. From now on, I shall be the perfect family man. I shall apply myself to my duties, find a husband for Hortense, and bury the libertine altogether. Things will be different from now on. You'll see. Ah, come in, my child, come in. Your mother and I have been discussing family matters. Such questions now as finding you a husband.
Oh, not another Councillor Barr, I hope.
Oh, now that is hardly fair. And besides, a nice young girl does not admit she knows of these financial disagreements.
I'm sorry, Papa, but I wish love did not depend so much on settlements and dowries. What if an artist wished to marry me, a great artist? Would you object?
Oh, well, now, great artist. Nowadays is an untitled prince. He has everything. Fame, fortune?
Yes, but what if he still had to make his name, though? If he were a sculptor, a genius, but quite unknown?
Well, now, that is difficult. It's a limited market sculpture. It requires powerful patrons.
Such as the Ministry of War? Seems to me the Ministry of War is always putting up a statue to commemorate a battle or to honour some old general.
Oh, that is true, I suppose.
I dare say you've some influence in that field, haven't you?
And what is it you're hinting?
Please, Papa, I want you to get something for me. I have no right to ask for your help, I know, mademoiselle, but you have clearly been so kind to others, and the Baron has such a power at the Ministry of War.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was not aware.
You know Madame Marneffe?
Of course. Well, I merely came to say there is an inquiry for the piece I left with Monsieur Liu. I've been asked if I'd present myself.
Oh.
Seems the antique finish wasn't as deceptive as I thought. The buyers wish to meet the sculptor.
You must ask the same price.
I may ask more. Madame.
You were saying?
I was wondering if you would speak to Monsieur le Baron on Jean-Paul's behalf.
Jean-Paul?
My husband.
Oh.
He's so anxious to improve himself, so keen to be head clerk. A word from you and Jean-Paul is quite sure the Baron could arrange it.
Two things, madame, I must tell you. I'm a poor relation, and a poor relation, if she has any sense, only asks the favours that are necessary for her own survival. And the other thing all Paris could have told you. Monsieur le Baron will grant a pretty woman almost anything she asks, but he's not nearly so obliging when the petitioner is as plain as I am. It's a question of susceptibility.
Yes. Well, would you care to discuss it privately, gentlemen?
Over a glass of your excellent Armagnac, perhaps?
In my study. Excuse us, monsieur. This way.
Count Steinbock. In this purse you will find 1,500 francs. That is the price I am told that you're asking for your bronze of Samson and the Lion.
Is it decided then? Well, I thought these gentlemen
No,
were...
I am the purchaser. They're considering another matter altogether. A commission.
Oh?
A statue of Marshal Montcornet to be erected above his grave at Père Lachaise. Naturally, they want to see other examples of your work before making a decision. But I have assured them that your general standard is as high as this.
You've assured them? Well, I don't understand.
Do you not know who I am, then? Whose house you are?
I was given an address, no more. This is Baron Hulot's.
I felt sure that you would guess.
And you, then? You are Mademoiselle Hortense.
Forgive our having brought you here in such a way, but Cousin Bette has always kept us so apart. What is it you do?
Naturally, I cannot accept your money.
But you must. It's my own, my savings.
All the more reason.
Please, this isn't charity, monsieur. I believe in you, your work. I have for longer than you can imagine. I would count it a great honor if you would allow me to be your first serious admirer. Please.
Nobody before has paid me such a compliment.
Would you come this way, monsieur? My companions would like to talk to you.
Gentlemen.
My dear child.
Oh, Papa! He's all I ever dreamed of. Young, handsome, charming. I adore him. Yes, at first sight, just as you adored Mamma.
You go too fast.
No, I'm sure he felt the same way. I could tell his eyes.
And Cousin Bette?
It's laughable. She's old enough to be his mother. There can't possibly be any love between them. It's a business arrangement.
Yes, but I feel very much easier in my mind if I was to pay a little visit. Just to make quite sure that things with this young man are as you say they are. Now, you entertain him here, introduce him to your mother, and arrange your story with him, but I shall go along and do my duty as your father.
But you'll be sure not to say anything to make Bette suspect. She's so odd, so unaccountable.
I promise you the absolute soul of discretion.